Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Fozy Time, your Monday Serie A podcast, hosted by four Juventus fans that love to blow up you more than any Inter fan on the planet. I'm Frank. This is Dan, Chris, and Pietro. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
1 week left in this miserable season, fellas, and it's going to be an interesting one.
Wow, why is miserable? For the Inter fans, this is the best championship.
Yeah, well, if Inter fans can go scratch.
It's the best. They never win. Whenever they win, it's the best.
At the beginning of the season, we were all hoping it would be the last week that teams fighting for the top spot. At least we got somebody fighting for something. At least
That's true. That's
it's
true.
not the same, but at least there's something to play for in the last week. Not for Inter. Congrats, Inter. We love you.
So a big week of actually two weeks of games have gone by, guys. But we want to where do we want to start? Do we want to start in the Juventus Inter game?
Yeah, I think it's probably have to, right? With the referee who was a friggin' all-star.
He was awesome.
Dan, what did I say when this game started?
He said before the game started, he goes, "Why is he refereeing this game?" Because he has a history, you know. I mean, if you watch the game, then he's just he pulls out cards so quickly. He's like, So what I don't like the way he pulls out cards, he'll call a foul, blow a whistle, or let the play happen for 5 seconds, and then do his action. Like he has to think about it for so long, and then like, oh, you know what? That's a yellow card.
He has
to
process it.
Yeah, like he's so slow with
Dude,
that.
I literally, as soon as he came out of the tunnel, I said to Dan, "Oh God, not this guy." Like, what happened?
Well, he lived up to the reputation, right? I mean,
you see, this is the last game. He's 45 years old.
I don't know why is he
I don't
refereeing
think
such a
next
big
week-
game.
Next week they're going to give us some team.
They shouldn't.
They can. He should be for. He should be a different. He shouldn't be refereeing a game. But with this game, and it wasn't just for one team. I mean, I know all the Inter fans are saying, Quadrado got the penalty shot, whatever. Like he was inconsistent on both ends. I saw at least.
Yeah, no. I mean, this game was really weird because like all the drama came from like VAR and like the referee. That's what I felt like. Like it was like, I mean, the red card to Bentancur was really bad. Like, that was a silly card.
That was not. I mean, that wasn't even from behind. It was shoulder to shoulder. It was a foul.
But the penalties, like the whole game was very weird. Like for a 3-2 Juventus game with the stakes that it was, like it wasn't satisfying except for the fact that maybe we got the result in the end, but it was a very weird game.
Yeah, so that being said, like it's not like Inter played well, right?
No,
like it's not like they deserved to win. I mean, Juventus really didn't deserve to win either, but like I don't know.
Why did they deserve? They did more than them.
They did, but it's not like, did you think they played well?
No, never mind the motivation and whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We played to win. They didn't play. They used to get upset, a little bit upset when we went up.
No, but my point is, it's not like the ref made Inter lose.
But no, the ref sucked completely.
It was just a weird goal. Own goals. What, 3 penalty shots there were?
Yeah, there was 3. Ronaldo missed his and then scored on the rebound. But there was three penalty shots. But it seemed like VAR was every single time anything
every
happened.
Play.
VAR was involved. Yeah. One thing that
the question is, the ref called the game, right? And the VAR come in. So the VAR are supposed to come all the time. So what I mean is the ref did all the wrong call. If the VAR come in,
they didn't overturn every call that he made.
Yeah, they didn't overturn.
Some confirmed the ones that he made.
Yeah,
it wasn't that they overturned every single one.
Like he called Quadrado wanted to the game directly, right? And then VAR confirmed it, right?
Yeah.
The one that Ronaldo had, the first one, what did he call that directly or no?
Chiellini.
I don't even know, man.
Chiellini. Didn't he call that directly when he got pulled down?
I think in the end, I think they were all by the law, the right calls. I think there were a lot of incidental contact and all that crap. But they were still, in the end, if you go by the law, they're penalties.
The Litz penalty, right? Like that would have never in real life, like the way, like I didn't even think he touched them the first couple of replays.
Incidental, but he did step on his foot.
Then his foot came down.
What I'm say, touch, right? But the ball, neither of them there. Already, Danilo was in front of them with the ball.
But he was going for the ball.
He was going for it though, and then he,
you're stopping him from going to the ball though.
Yeah, but he was behind Danilo.
It doesn't
he
matter.
would never come.
That's hard to. I mean, that's like saying, "Hey, I'm going to trip you, and then you're never going to get to it." Because it was. I don't think he was as far behind as you think he was.
Yeah, but trip if he put his foot in front of the other guy's foot. He touched on the bit behind.
Yeah, it was an accident. He didn't do it on
purpose. It was an accident. Yeah, he didn't do it on purpose. No. That would have been a penalty.
He wasn't a trip.
No. He came down with his foot and he hit
but look at the penalty shot that Cuadrado got too, though.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing you could do about that if you're the defender. He cutting back, runs into you, and he falls over. Like
the reason I don't like that is because Dan's point, like if that's a penalty, because there was contact, you could, as a forward, you can make contact anytime you want.
Of course, yeah.
Like anytime you're running down the way, you just cut it back and just run into the guy and fall down and be like, "There's a penalty."
And the fact that they exaggerate everything doesn't make it easy on the refs. I understand that, but still, like, I don't know. It's too much. It's too much.
Listen, that was a godsend in the sense that
the ref wasn't bad for both teams.
Yeah, he wasn't. Like I said, you can't say the fix was in. He sucked for everyone.
No.
I don't understand why they had him ref such a big game. Like, he's got issues. If you watch games in the past.
But the most issue, what is to send the second card that they gave it to Better.
That was terrible.
That was the worst call. That was the only one that was like.
So you kill the game. You live as a team within 10 people.
Yeah.
With 55th minute, and that was like, I don't even think it was a foul, honestly. And it was like.
It wasn't a foul because you got the ball.
To get a second yellow card. And that's where VAR should be able to jump in and be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that was a
champion there, right?
I don't think they can they? They can't reverse a card.
Not a yellow.
Besides the ref, other things that we should talk about is, and we've been questioning Pirlo on this all season, is his constant change of lineups and the fact that he can't stick with the lineup. He's got Morata, the ball on the bench, and he puts Kulusevski up top with Ronaldo. Kulusevski, who sucked all year forward, and you're going to put him in the biggest game.
Which is weird. He was moving, though. Kulusevski was moving. He was moving, and I was surprised. But to Dan's point, he's exactly right. Like, up to this game, what did Kovalevsky show you? They should have started over Morata.
Who's Kovalevsky?
Did he have the greatest week of practice ever that we don't know about? Who knows? But what made him earn that spot?
I agree with Daniel there, right? Like, you know how, like, we just, after a while, you don't trust the coaching one. Like, why did he pick Kovalevsky?
He's just pulling names out of the hat. He still starts at a board and be like, oh.
And again, I agree with Daddy. I think Kovalevsky moved well at the beginning. I think he was actually playing decent. Yeah. But, like, what made him come with this, like, great epiphany? Like, all of a sudden, you're going to play. Like,
I think he thinks he's outsmarting people, and he's not.
It looks like you said he just had a great week of practice. I mean, I don't know, but like he had played horrible in the games leading up to that, and for him to start, it was kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He didn't answer that at all in the post game, right? Like, talk about that at all.
I don't know. I didn't see it. It's hard for me to understand what he's saying, even when he's speaking English. So that. With that, I didn't understand, but also the fact that he really does change the lineup every single game. Like, can we get Inter's lineup? That's the lineup that's been there pretty much all season, and you see that they play together well, and they had the results. That was just something that I didn't like. I would like to see a more consistent team.
Well, I think I'm just trying to put myself in his head, right? I think he wanted to get Danilo on the field to have good defenders with De Ligt and Chiellini. I think that's why, and he figured I'll move Cuadrado up. I think that's why he did that. Yep. And I think what they ended up doing there is it kind of shifted everything else. That's the only move.
How bad is Sandro? Why is he on the field?
How
many giveaways did he have? He's awful.
Yeah. He's very bad.
He saved one.
Which one did he save?
He saved one in that.
Oh yeah, the cross where he got through it.
Yeah,
right
but how many giveaways did he have?
Yeah, no, that's the part that's unforgivable, right? Like, dude, like what are we 5? Like you just give away the ball and just create
his outside of left foot passes right to the other team. Like, what are you?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to be so clever and like you're not good? I did like to see. I mean, we all say Lukaku had an awesome season. Martinez an awesome. They really didn't do anything. You know, they were pretty much shut down. You know, you see when you play good defense, how well. How
I thought DeLint really played well.
Yeah,
I thought DeLint played well. I thought Chiellini didn't have his best game, but even when he doesn't have a good game, he's just physical enough to mess them up.
This game we did with Inter, we have to repeat with Atalanta Thursday and Wednesday.
I don't think that's happening.
Why not?
I think it's a totally different game.
Let them attack and kill them.
I think it's a totally different game versus Atalanta.
No, they tend to attack.
Yeah.
So they tend to attack.
Inter didn't do that.
We can go.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about that game. It'll be interesting to see the lineup. Does he go with Chiellini again against the big forward like Zapata?
Well, I agree with you on that though. But like a point on this game, right? What does this really say? I think it's exactly what we've been saying about Bonucci for years, right? Way before we had this show.
Yep.
He's what is he? He's not a good defender. Right? Like, because look, in the games where he has to play Lukaku and look what he goes for. He goes for Chiellini, right? Like, so the point is, like, what is Bonucci? Like, why is he on this team? Right? Like, he doesn't give you that guy in the middle that's going to stop the forward and say, you're not going to pass, right? He's slow. So I think Bonucci was a guy whose career was made because he had Chiellini as his partner. If he would have played on another team without Chiellini, he would have never been on the national team.
But you see, Bonucci, he was good because, remember, he was playing with Chiellini and Barzagli.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
If Bonucci was on another team, he would have been Romagnoli 2.0.
Right.
He was terrible.
And Bonucci, what his specialty was the long pass.
Yeah,
now he don't even do
1
that.
out of 10. 1 out of 10.
Now he don't even do that to us.
He's terrible.
Listen, Bonucci got better partnering up with Chiellini over the years, right? He did his part, but my point is, as a standalone defender, Chiellini made Bonucci's career for me.
Chiellini and Barzagli.
Yeah. If he didn't have those two, I think Bonucci would have came and went like any other defender. That would have just been like, right? Because look, in this game, you have Chiellini clearly starting for a reason over Bonucci. I mean, it's just so it just.
Defense, right?
Well, I mean, listen, Lukaku will throw Bonucci around. Chiellini's at least going to fight him. He's going to fight him. He's in there,
and that's what scares me too, like of Juventus, because Chiellini's done or whatever, and like as much as we, Daddy's like, he can't play anymore. He's old. He's very irreplaceable.
Well, and that's the hope that Demiral is in. So a couple things that I like.
I don't mention Demiral because he's not in shape.
He always gets hurt.
Otherwise, I would have put him into the Sunday.
Yeah, me too. I thought DeLint and Demiral were the next two.
You like to see actually what from this game, and Pirlo finally did something. Was in the end putting in Demiral and not putting in Bonucci, realizing that guy's going to be worthless on the field. I'm not putting him in. I'm going to give Demiral a chance, and then also finally taking Ronaldo out. I know they were down a man, and Ronaldo didn't even put a stink. He's like, "Hey, we're down a man. I'm not going to run. Go ahead, take me out."
So
it's actually like,
that's what Ronaldo thought. Say, I'm going to be by myself for me. I'm not going to touch him.
At least he was able to
take
understand
me
that.
out,
Yeah, but
he
here's
didn't
the
put
deal.
to think about
Pirlo, so should we read any more into this? Was this Pirlo knowing his days are numbered, and he's like, I've been wanting to take Ronaldo out and put it, they wouldn't let me, and I'm just going to do it now because I don't care?
No,
that wasn't it. He wanted to win the game. He knew he needed someone who's going to move more and fight and hold the ball up.
But there's been other games where he needed that and didn't take Ronaldo out.
You had this mistake this year was the midfield, whatever. Because you see, if you ever imagine Juventus with this team have a good midfield, Ronaldo would have more balls to play.
Well, yeah, obviously, but something definitely happened with Ronaldo, like his actual maybe playing 2 years now with no fans or whatever. Like
that too.
He definitely seems like he's lost his spirit a bit. Like, and on the that Juventus scored when Cuadrado scored, or one of the goals, I remember texting you guys going, "Why is he not celebrating?"
He never does.
Yeah, he's not gonna go crazy.
But I mean there's something. I mean, that's weird, right? Like usually when the team celebrates a game like that, you would see him celebrate. He was the last person.
Did you see it today? They move all his car.
I read that too.
Yeah.
He's shipping out all his cars.
All his supercars.
This is some people say every end of season he does this. And when some people question, maybe once he's going to leave.
Listen, people want to sell papers.
Doesn't matter of fact, they say Sunday we're going to have an answer from Ronaldo. Either stay or go out.
100%, depending on the results.
Because Sunday, you see, there is one thing him to stay, to get Zidane and us to get in the championship. That's it.
Yeah, if that happens, he'll stay. If not, he's gone.
Next week for Juventus is the biggest week that they're going to have in their history for the next 10, 20 years.
Let me ask you hypothetical, right? Because I agree with you. It's a huge game for Juventus. If they win, I think Ronaldo stays. I think Zidane comes, and I think they try to retool, right? They try to build another team around Ronaldo.
Because you see, if Zidane come, right, he keep Ronaldo. I'm sure he's going to fix the midfield.
Right. Okay.
He's not going to stay with that.
That's what I'm saying. So is that the best thing in the long run, knowing that they don't have any money, right? Or is selling Ronaldo, maybe even have to sell some of these other people and just really getting good younger players to start another cycle? What do you guys think is best in the long term?
I don't think losing is ever good. So
yeah,
I agree with you.
There's parts of me that wants them to lose because I want to see change, but at the same time, losing is never good. It'll bring you down 5 years behind the plan of whatever.
So I agree with you there. So I can't argue that losing's good. So let me reframe the question.
Do you know why losing is good? Because if we win, we have to take care of the championship. So we have to change some player.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I guess I'll change my question. Do you have faith that they can get into the Champions League and retool the team with the resources they have?
They're going to try. You're not going to see them sit back and do nothing.
Look, at the midfield, at the end, I would have saved McCann and Rabiot.
Both are gone, so.
No, but I'm not to blame starter to make part of the midfield.
Okay.
You understand? But then
I just don't.
I would have get Locatello or someone,
The question is, do they have any money, right? I mean, didn't they?
Yes, they're going to find the man.
I read an article that they asked the players to hold off paying them.
That's every team.
Yeah, but they're going to find the man.
Yeah, but I mean, what that means? Hey, can we hold off paying you? And then all of a sudden where are you getting this money from?
I think we're going too far in the future. I think the question was, is it good for them to lose or good for that? Is it ever good?
Not is it good for them to lose. I guess I'm saying, if you had to play knowing who's in charge now and everything, do you have confidence that they can retool on the fly? Or do you think we're going to get another Arthur coming?
I don't have confidence, but at least I have confidence that they will change something. Try to. I mean, maybe it's not for the best. Maybe they screw it up and they sign another Ramsey. They sign
another Arthur, another Ramsey.
They're going to try, though. That's one thing you can't stop.
Every team's going to try. Real Madrid's going to try. Barcelona's going to try. All of them are going to try.
Am I confident it's going to work? No, but I'd rather see that than them not in the Champions League, lose out on Donnarumma, because that's the other factor. If Milan goes out, Donnarumma is Juventus' goalkeeper. I want that to happen. So I need.
Although Donnarumma the last 2 weeks has played, he's regressed back to what he was 3 years ago. By the way,
did you see him yesterday? He saved them yesterday.
Did you see how he's been on crosses?
He gave the result with Cagliari.
Did you see?
They would have lost without him.
I saw the saves, but did you see the how he's been on crosses and with his feet the last 2 weeks?
I'll take that. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
I'm just saying he had gotten better over the last 2 years on, and the last 2 weeks he's gone back to what he was doing.
The point I was making is that this week's game coming up will change the course of history for them for the next 10, 15 years. Donnarumma is your goalie for the next 15 years if you win this game and Milan loses. You know what I mean? That's the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Because I believe if we go on the championship, Donnarumma is going to be
Yeah,
there.
me too. I fully believe that.
Yeah.
Because, he wants to play in the championship. He wants more money.
Ronaldo stays. Zidane comes. Zidane says, all right, you're giving me money. We're buying this and this. You know what I mean? Like, this game comes down, everything comes down to this.
The unfortunate part is it's not in their control.
It's not.
Right? Like, they could win and everybody else wins and it doesn't matter. They still stay home,
Yeah, but you see, what I'm saying is already Donnarumma make a difference.
Yes, 100%. Donnarumma's on their team. They're in the top 4 already.
Easily.
There's not a question. You're not
losing. It's hard to go back in history.
Buffon was the best of the all time. Buffon, you spare 1 or 2 shots.
Listen,
our Frank Szczesny. No. Szczesny didn't lose them 2 points all season.
No, he did.
Tell me, he did. So there.
Dom texted us on Sunday. I don't think Daddy saw this. That Juventus in the games that Buffon started, they're 11 wins and 2 ties.
Yeah.
No, I texted you that.
Or you text, which is true. And you guys and when you guys think I'm kidding when I said I would Buffon over Szczesny.
You know what I heard today on television from someone? He say Juventus treated Buffon badly.
I think so too.
He think Buffon was better than Szczesny this year.
I think so too.
We mentioned a lot of times. How many times we say
a lot? And that's why I have a problem with even like Buffon leaving, like saying, okay, it's the end of an era. Like that means you couldn't even respect the guy enough to make him like he came as a back. Like you couldn't even make him feel wanted enough. Like what does that say? Like he came.
Plus, the last game, right? When Buffon saved the penalty with Sassuolo and made a good save, you should have. Stay in the game next game. No, what the Tolare is a shit. What is that? He's playing good.
I agree. Like there was never like Buffon came in, did more than he was supposed to do, and he never got the second game. And I who knows? I mean, something had to change for him to go. I'm going to play somewhere else.
Because they could not admit Buffon could take a place of Szczesny. They evaluate Szczesny. If you would have been BS1.
They don't want
nobody ever wants to admit that they're wrong. So I see that they're stubborn with that. But I mean, in the end, you're hurting the team, and they hurt the team this year with some.
Well, they're already admitting it. They're already admitting it, though. Like I don't agree because if they're going after Donnarumma, they're already admitting that Szczesny is not their goalie. So like,
and then for Wednesday Coppa Italia, the whole person they miss it. Wednesday is Alessandro, which is not bad. He says
that's an addition, subtraction.
That's an addition for Juventus because Danilo is going to play on the left and Quadrato on the right. So it's an addition for
Anyway, let's move on to this game. Let's go to that Milan game because talk about a team that like they have it in their hands.
I did predict this tie, by the way.
This was bad, man. I mean, 0-0 against Cagliari, who already clinched staying up because of the other results. So they were playing for literally nothing the entire game.
I was a counter Cagliari. And Cagliari could have won.
They could have.
They could have won.
The save of Donnarumma.
That's a typo, by the way. 7 shots, 2 on goal.
The saves were good. They weren't, one of them, he made 2 saves. One of them, though, kind of like the guy headed it down to him.
Frank, both the saves were good.
Right.
And the other one was far.
Too good. It was
a little slow.
Kylie had the best 2 chances of the game, and he saved them 2 points. He got them a point. So that was huge for him. That's the difference.
Milan shoot on goal from afar.
Yeah, it was all crap. It was all nobody could hit the net. It was terrible shots. It was Rebic up top he's not Zlatan. He doesn't have the same presence. He doesn't do the same when he's playing center forward. He's better on the wing. You saw that.
And listen, this was with Cagliari playing with Pedro, who he had a couple of nice plays, but the guy runs less than Ronaldo. I mean, he talked about a guy who needs Pedro.
Pedro's had great season.
He's good.
He's played. I think he's played every single game. Like, give the guy a break.
He was running so slow. I was like, dude, this guy is like has no interest in moving. You could tell he's old.
Yeah, but it's good.
I'm not blaming him. we did
talk about Ronaldo moving his cars. Yes. We think. Go ahead, Dan. You could sum it up for him.
No, we were gonna say that it's all coming down to this week. We think he's gonna announce on Sunday after the game, depending on the results, whether he's leaving or he's staying. Like, you're literally gonna know right away.
I don't know if we're gonna know right away, but I think
Davide, I saw Buffon is going to start with Atalanta.
Oh, he is. That's good.
Yeah,
Buffon starting. Good.
Yeah, sure, he's going to.
Good. He deserves it.
Go Italia, it's him.
It's his swan song, man. That's his going away. He's gonna win one last trophy for them. We'll see. Yeah, go back, Brian, on the playback and listen to it. We talked about it for a while. We're on to this now in the choke job of Milan. They could have wrapped it up. They're still in third place, but like we said, they don't have Donnarumma. They lose that game.
This is bad, dude. They were first place in the winter, and now
was about to put 20 weeks. They were up first place.
Dude,
they don't want to talk about to win the championship.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they're still in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
all
but
we get 3 points.
I think we say that the Milan is going to drop.
We said it early.
We said Milan was going to become fifth. We said that about what, 4 months ago, 3 months ago? It was the winter.
We said that.
If they lose, does Pioli get fired?
No, I don't think so.
You're wrong. Pioli did a good job, but they did a good job.
I think they overachieved considering what they have, the youngest team in the league. Zlatan always hurt. I think they still did a great job. You can't fire him. That's not fair.
And they don't play that bad.
And they play good football to watch. I mean, with this though, one last thing before you go, Frank. I think there's no team whoever was winning at the winter break first place not make the Champions League. To drop out that far. So they could be the first team ever to be winning halfway through the season and not even make the Champions League.
That's what I mean. So,
well, listen, from a Juventus perspective, we have to hope that the collapse is one more week.
I feel bad for them. They've been through hell, man.
Hey, you feel
I don't feel bad for anyone because the record is.
You feel bad. Juventus, if you go on the championship, you know how much she make already? 14 million.
Here's the deal.
Atalanta get second place. You get almost 20 million.
Good.
We gotta hope Atalanta shows up next week and plays.
So it's a 5. No, Atalanta went there. If you don't get to second place, Atalanta get 14 million. If you get a second place, you get 19 or something.
But Atalanta also has a big game midweek. Milan has nothing, right?
Yeah. So what?
But here's the thing. If we're going to give Juventus crap for not showing up with the right motivation, let's say in the game versus Milan and playing horrible, right? You got to give crap to Milan too for when they could secure the Champions League spot and they show up horrible. I mean, it's the same thing. So is Pioli not responsible?
It's a different circumstance though too. Like they don't have Zlatan there. They don't have the guy, that driving force that's been leading them. It's different circumstances. Like I said, they are the youngest team in the league. The fact that they did this well, I say says a lot about Pioli.
I actually agree with what Brian said. I think Juventus without Chiellini is worse than Juventus without Ronaldo. Because I think you find other forwards, maybe not to score 29 goals, but I think in terms of what they contribute to the team and the DNA on the field, I think Chiellini contributes more.
They bring different things, to the team. But I don't see. I don't
listen to me. Whatever you say, the age count. You can see all of them.
Yeah, but the age is not for us to pick arbitrarily, okay? We just finished saying
Chiellini, you think he's the guy that used to be?
No, he's not the guy, but that's not the question. Is he better than Bonucci still today?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Just like the conversation we just had on the phone. Is he possibly better than Szczesny? Yes. So just because they're a certain age, to me, it doesn't.
Buffon has more intangibles that's more important to me than.
That's what I'm saying. So just because I know it's a young person's sport, like any other sport, but just to be like, oh, you're old, you're no good anymore, is not the truth.
No,
especially these guys that I think would stay on the roster and contribute if they were given a role. Like if Chiellini was given another year to be part of the defense, you don't think he would stay?
As what, like a fourth defender?
As just part of the group.
Yes, we talk about the car, remove his car.
It can be that could be hard. We talked about that. We read those comments already. Anyway, this is a huge disappointment, and they gave Juventus a lifeline. Let's see if they can finish it off.
Not entirely surprising though, right? I mean, I picked them to tie because Cagliari has been playing well, right? And Cagliari has people that used to be big champions in their own right? Godin was one of the best defenders for years. Nagelon, like they got a game where they.
But Godin is like Chiellini. It's old now.
Yeah, he's old. But they still have their games where they make a difference.
Godin, Juventus won team, I think 10
long
years
time ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah, long time.
I used to love watching Godin play, man. He was great.
So hey, really quickly, I just remembered, I don't know why, but I was over at Daddy's house yesterday during this game, and he celebrated more for this tie than any Juventus win.
Oh, I know.
So did I. Actually. When it ended,
I was waiting to finish.
He's like clapping, going.
So he kept saying, "How much time? 5 minutes? 5 minutes more? Oh, now extra time? How much extra time?" Did he like? He was just like and I was like, "You're getting your hopes up, man. They're still down, you know."
And then it gives you a little hope going into that last week. That's
but then I also said this to him. I said I could see Milan losing next week versus Atalanta, but also Juventus losing.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Like we said before, I could see Milan tying and Juventus tying. And there you go. And it's because, you still have to show up and you have to earn the points.
Yeah.
Largest factor with Juve, they sold Cancelo. Why? It's a metaphor for letting great players go.
Yeah. There was more to that.
Now you see, that time we sold Cancelo and we got Danilo and Mani.
Yeah. Also,
don't forget.
Plus Cancelo.
Danilo, he did lately.
This year, Danilo played well.
This year. He justifies it.
And Cancelo's an asshole, so it's hard to. It was hard.
He's not a likable guy.
He doesn't get along with people. Everything you hear about him is usually negative about him. But I mean, they could have used him this year.
He was good though.
He was definitely good.
He was good, yeah. And he didn't get off to a good start with Manchester either. And now he played well as the season went on. He's playing better.
Nevertheless. The Inter did good with Hakim.
Yeah. Inter made good moves.
Still, I don't know if Real Madrid delivered to them.
They needed money.
Now Real Madrid wants Lautaro too.
Take them all.
You can have them.
And Dom, go to another game that we have. I think we only did the top 4 ones, right? This game. So Atalanta wraps up a spot at least 3rd year in a row where they get the Champions League. So, I mean, consistency.
Daniel, this is a game that Atalanta play light.
Yeah, I know, and they still won.
Yeah, they still won 4-3, but if you were less a little bit, maybe Genoa would get it to 4-4.
Yeah, but you can't say that. Let the game
might have been better for you. Might have been better.
I understand the Genoa, the star he left on the bench. Then the stars came in.
Yeah, they play with a lot of backups.
Second after they come in.
Whatever.
I saw Portanova with a great back kick, though. Set up that 3rd goal. Man, that guy's got skill. Juventus should have never got rid of him.
Yeah.
Rovella with the deep pass to Portanova. It was a thing of beauty, man.
Back to the game before I forgot to say it. Did anyone? We were both watching the Cagliari Milan game really intently. So, did you get a little worried when Rugani came in? 5 minutes.
We said that. We said he was going own goal.
I almost thought he was. I was like, I could see Rugani scoring on own goal just to screw Juventus, like in the ultimate.
Up yours.
Well, things you want to take away from Atalanta, because they're going to play against Juventus on Wednesday. Like, it's going to be tough to stop Malinowski and Zapata up top. Plus, I'm sure Muriel. They were saving Muriel for the game Wednesday. They are very tough to stop. And I don't know that Chiellini can bounce back 3 days later from a game he just played against Lukaku. I don't know that he's going to have all that strength and all that energy to do it again against Zapata. So I think it's a dangerous game for.
They have so many ways they can beat you, and they run so much.
But don't forget, last time Atalanta played Juventus, Zapata and Muriel did nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, because Chiellini played really, really good that game. Yeah. I'm just saying Chiellini doesn't usually play every 3 days. This is going to be a big challenge for him at his age right now. He hasn't played a lot this season to play 3 days later against another huge forward. This isn't like he's playing against a tiny guy. He's not against Raspadori, someone who's a little stockier and tinier. Zapata's huge. He's going to have a tough time with him. But Malinovsky's the key to everything.
Oh, my God. He's so good. He's so good.
Well, I've been saying we said that last year, Malinovsky. You guys laughed at me, and I said Malinovsky's like the poor man Dybala.
We did not. Well, yes, because he's not Dybala.
No, Malinovsky has played that well. He leave Ilicic outside.
Yeah,
he's better than Ilicic.
Yeah, he's better than Ilicic. Yeah.
Right now, yes.
Brian said in the chat, raise your hand if you thought Atalanta was going to spiral without Gomez. He said, I was wrong.
I said that Gomez was going to be a huge loss. But I also said that if Atalanta is letting him go, we know that they know what they're doing and that they have a replacement for him already. And they had Pessina, who they had taken back from Verona, and Malinovsky they knew was ready to make the jump. So, yes, they got rid of Gomez, who's doing good in Sevilla. He's playing really good over there. But they had the replacements. So that's why he trusts their management.
We were worried about losing Gomez.
Yeah,
we trusted in
the one extra, it's that guy over there. Muriel.
Oh, that's the thing. He didn't even play on Sunday. He's gonna play on Wednesday.
I thought I read too that he already said that he's staying next season, which is fantastic for them.
That's what he says. We'll see what kind of offer.
Oh yeah, Brian, Atalanta has probably, I think, the deepest team in all of Serie A in terms of quality. Over Juventus, over Inter even, because I think they're not as well-known players, but they all can play the ball.
Yeah, but hey, listen to guys. I know, right, about Atalanta. We know it's the best. But they be lucky too. They didn't get an injury or anything else.
Is it luck though? They've been doing that for 3 years.
No. They had all the people, disposed.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have for a little bit.
I mean, Pasalic was out a lot this season.
Yeah, Pasalic. But I think physically fit. I think it has to do with how physically fit they always are. I think that's why they get less injuries. And they're young. Also, they don't have a bunch of old guys.
Also, Golini missed the first 2 months, didn't he? I know Sportiello is good, but Golini was hurt in the beginning, right?
Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is?
The one guy injured.
The funny part is we're talking about their depth.
Romero
first squad
a little bit.
If you go down,
Artebor too.
I said that.
Yeah, Artebor was hurt.
The funny part is you guys are talking about their first squad, their first team is so deep. Their under 23 team is one of the best in the league. They have so much young talent that you guys don't even know about that is just going to keep coming through. And they're going to be able to get rid of Muriel soon, and they're going to have some sort of substitute there, somebody there to replace. They're just run better than everybody else.
Inter wants to get a Muriel.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I mean he'd be great for them. But yeah, I could see him playing really, really well.
Coming in as a sub.
Yeah, well, they get rid of Alexis Sanchez, and he comes in and plays some games and does what Alexis Sanchez does. He's more dangerous than him.
Best keeper, worst keeper. I think you know what I'm going to say.
What are you going to say?
Chesney's the worst.
No, he's not the worst.
No, sometimes he does say, but don't inspire, faith. You know what I mean?
He's a middle of the road goalie.
I think the worst goalkeeping situation.
You notice one thing. We play without defense, right? No, and so you can hear the people talk, the player talk, and when the Buffon play and when Chess play, you hear Buffon, you don't hear Chess.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know if Chesney speaks Italian. I think the team with the worst goaltending situation, and ever since Allison left, is Rome. They have the worst goaltending situation.
What it was the goal we got before they got upset with the ball? Remember when Raspadori scored?
Yeah.
He said, contrast him.
Yeah. That was
midfield. He got upset. They just never do that.
No.
Never.
No, he's obviously not the worst goalie, but there's tons of goalies I'd rather have than
but that's what I'm saying. When you lose Chiellini and Buffon as a voice back there, that's going to be hard to replace.
It's going to be a change.
They're not going to be hard.
That's why I want Donnarumma there.
Sometimes they make a mistake because they got Romero and they sold Romero.
Yeah, exactly.
They would have Romero right now. They were deleted Romero.
Which, by the way, I bitched about the entire beginning of the year or last year or whatever, them selling him. And you guys made fun of me, by the way. You were like, Romero sucks. And I was like, wow.
No, we didn't say Romero sucks. We said he had a very bad year with Genoa. And if you watched last season, he was freaking terrible for them. He was awful.
Hey, Frank, I say to Uncle Santo, 3 years ago when we bought Romero, I told him, this guy is good, very, very good. For Demiral, I say the same thing. He got him.
Yeah, Demiral I still think is good, right? Like but he's just got to stay healthy and be able to play, you know?
Let's answer some of Brian's questions over. He says, who's a player in a different league you want to see in Serie A realistically and unrealistically?
I would like to see Mbappe.
Mbappe, yeah, that would be great. Mbappe.
And the Dortmund forward.
Holland.
Yep.
I want to see an American there. I would like to see Giovanni Reyna.
Yeah, Reyna's another good one. That would be interesting.
I want to see more Americans in the league. So that would be my choice, would be to have him there.
Yeah, to be careful with this. Well, you know what's the America's good? The guy from Chelsea,
Pulisic is good too. I think Reyna's got a higher ceiling.
I think Reyna's good too. He's going to be good. And I would like to see an unknown American just because I made this call 2 years ago.
USA has a good team.
Yeah. I made this call 3 years ago when he was 18. Mihailovic, I think he still plays in the Chicago Fire.
Who's the goalie? USA goalie.
He's on Manchester City. He's the backup for Manchester City. He's Stefan. He's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's good.
I don't think he's as good as Howard was in his heyday, though.
Listen, I mean, he's playing for Manchester City. He can't be bad.
And they get the guy from Barcelona, Dest.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to see
the people.
They have
young guys in the league to grow the league. You know,
I agree with that, Dan. I think that would be good. I think that would.
Who's the coach? The U.S. coach. Who's coach?
Berhalter. I don't know how to say his name.
What he's talking about?
That's the problem.
That's doubtful.
National team player.
All right. So here's another question. He said, "I'm hijacking this podcast. Who's a player that deserves more money in Serie A? Who's a player who needs to take a pay cut? Has his paycheck deserved?" So I think
all of Juventus.
Anyone on Atalanta, everyone on Atalanta needs a raise. Everyone on Juventus needs a pay cut. That's how I feel.
It's an easy answer. Yeah.
I don't know how Atalanta keeps all those players for so cheap. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Nobody asks for a raise. Nobody wants any money. They just love the game.
Listen, guy.
And Gasparini should get a raise.
I think the problem is that when we bought a Bernardeschi was one of the best. The question is, how come this guy got like that?
Because we don't develop players.
Mancini is still bringing the national team.
Which position do you want Bernardeschi to play? Because he can play. The only one he hasn't played is goalie.
He played with the left foot. He played left. I tell you, he played left foot. Berardi played with the left foot.
Berardi's good.
Berardi's way better than Bernardeschi.
He look like I'll play with the left foot to look like they don't do what they're supposed to. Even the Coloves. Why? We're bored. We spend the money for those people.
I don't think there's anything to do with left foot, right foot. I think it's Juventus.
No, I'm saying the position. I'm saying
I think it's because Juventus does.
How come they perform better Berardi, Politano.
Because it goes back to what we said.
Even the guy from Bologna, Orsolini.
So
the other guy.
here's the difference. Orsolini's had Mihailovic for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Bernardeschi's had Sarri. He's had Allegri. He's had Pirlo. He's had a different coach 3 years in a row.
Daniel, I'm trying to tell you, they play all on the right side with the left foot.
How come
those people they play good?
They're better.
I just told you that they have better coaching.
And the team plays better as a whole.
He's had 3 different coaches in 3 years. And all 3 telling him to do different things. How is that fair to the guy?
This goes back to the discussion of, can we name one player that got better with Pirlo in a year? Danilo? Who else? And I don't give him Chiesa because I think Chiesa played by himself well.
No, but Chiesa at the beginning he wasn't playing well.
Yeah, and then but you give that to Pirlo.
He didn't get better because of Pirlo.
He didn't get better because of Pirlo.
He can't get better for himself.
Exactly. We don't have coaches. We don't have coaches that anyone better. That's why.
Let's go to the last game of the 4, the Napoli game.
Napoli game. Did you see the penalty they give it to Napoli?
Yeah, it was a terrible.
The ref was this match from the action for the shirt.
Yeah.
Did you see he hold from the shirt? They say the ball still was on the corner on the other side.
Yeah.
They go penalty.
I don't even think I remember that.
From what I saw, the play. I don't think it was a penalty.
It was at all. You know how many times they hold the shirts and the ball was still on the right side.
And he exaggerated the dive. He went down so easily.
Yeah.
That being said, he missed the penalty. He scores the rebound. But also, Napoli had, Insigne could have had a hat trick. He hit the crossbar. He hit a post. They had actually quality chances.
Yeah, and the goal, Zelinski, he was autogol.
Yeah. So.
Well, they were lucky there.
But I'm saying they deserve the win regardless.
No, they were lucky because without the penalty, they were still.
Did you just slam his fist down?
I was actually hoping Fiorentina was going to steal a point here. I thought it was possible.
Without the penalty, they wouldn't do it.
Well, if you remember 2 years ago, Fiorentina did steal the point after Napoli beat Juventus. Remember when Napoli had, towards the end of the season and beat Juventus, and then Fiorentina played Napoli the next game and they beat them and ruined their season? People were hoping for that. It's definitely not the same results. They dominated that game.
At least Camiso had a pretty funny press conferences when he basically told the press, listen, if you want to buy the team, 10 days, if not, shut the hell up.
Yeah. That's I've been saying all season, I feel bad for Camiso. But Napoli, it doesn't matter. Missed penalty shot. It wasn't a penalty in the end. It doesn't matter. They still deserve to win that game.
You can't count on Fiorentina to come clutch. No. They're not.
No. Yeah.
I hope Fiorentina gets a coach next year that can actually help them because they have talent.
I hope they get Gattuso.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do good over there.
Gattuso is Juventus mind.
Good. Can you see that? Can you see Gattuso at Juventus?
Gattuso, it's they think Allegri is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
If then go to France, Gattuso is the third one.
I don't know how that'll be.
And Mihailovic too.
I'd rather have Mihailovic.
I'd rather have Mihailovic, I think.
But I think Gattuso would be good at Fiorentina.
I think Gattuso would be good, but I don't know if the Juventus players that we have, we're going to have the same energy at Gattuso. You know what I mean?
I just think it'd be tough from going from one ex-legend, to now let's go to, Gattuso, another legend because he won a World Cup too. It's tough.
Daniel, but Gattuso look like he knows what he's doing. He watched the game. Pirlo doesn't watch the game.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to get rid of Buffon and Chiellini in terms of two voices on the field, at least you could replace him with Gattuso, a voice on the sidelines.
How do you think Gattuso would have handled Ronaldo this year?
I think he would have told him to go fuck himself.
No.
Me too.
Fist fights.
I wish he would have. I'd like to think him or Mihailovic might have said, "Hey, listen, asshole. If you're not going to run." Listen. If you're a coach and you don't have the ability, if I can't take out a guy when it's not his day, then I don't want to coach your team. Call me when the guy's gone.
Yeah, that comes from above, though. That's not.
That's what I'm saying. Then I don't.
Yeah.
I sit down in the interview and I go, look, if I'm the coach, I'm going to get fired or I'm going to stay based on my own merit. I'm not going to let you guys call me and tell me who to take out or who to start because at the end of the day, it's my results. If you don't want to hire me somebody else.
And they fire you. They're not going to keep you.
No, I wouldn't take the job. I would say, I'm not going to take the job and have you give me the formation from the top and who I can take out and not take out.
Well, so that's why I partly think they hired Pirlo because he was kind of like a yes man, like, all right, cool.
You have to know what you're getting yourself into, and
do you think signed up for it. Do you think Lippi would ever take the job if they were like, "Hey, you can't take Ronaldo out"? By the way, like,
yeah, but when you talk about Ronaldo has to play.
He has to play, but to you can't have a team. Listen, okay, there's 38 games. How many games we say where Dybala was playing or Ronaldo or somebody else was playing Ronaldo, and it was clear that Ronaldo was not in his day, and it was always somebody else that came out.
The question are two, Frank. If you have a Ronaldo, you have to have a team that support him.
Regardless, team. Yes.
But in the other hands, you don't ever cut someone like Dybala.
That's what I'm saying. At the expense of the rest of the team, they made Ronaldo be the hero. Right? Like, and you make Dybala feel like crap. You make everybody else feel like crap. That's not how you build a team. Like, listen, Ronaldo, you're a champion. You're one of the best ever. You're going to play. But if it's not your day, you're going to come out like anybody else. And you're going to come back in the next day. Like, this is how it works. I'm not saying he has to be the first sub every week, but the guy never comes out. I mean, we literally clapped our hands for Pirlo because he took him out this week. And there was games where he did nothing. I mean, give me a break.
All right. Well, the good thing is they're in 5th and Napoli's in 4th, and they deserve it.
They do.
Yeah.
They do deserve it. Dom, go to the rest of the results before you go to the table. Come on, what is it? Your first week? Jesus Christ, man. This game, I just want to touch on this one. Spezia Torino. If you saw Torino midweek, they had the game against Milan. They lost 7-0. They benched 10 players, and then that's the result. I hope they go down so bad.
I thought Sergio was going to have a stroke. Did you see it?
Oh, the game against Milan, yeah. I mean, yeah, he was bad. He was yelling and fighting.
I told you Torino sucks. You guys were like, Torino.
He screamed at one point. He goes, I can't take it anymore.
Daniel, I say that. That's why I wish Torino go down.
I mean, they deserve to after those 2 results.
They left people on the bench. They got a 7 goal from Milan.
And then you put this
result.
result.
Spezia, they get another 4. Come on.
And I'm glad Spezia's staying up. I like Italiano. I like their coach. They were fun to watch all season. I'm glad they're getting a second chance.
I could actually see him moving and going to a different team, Italiano, like getting hired by a bigger.
Going to a bigger team, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
maybe
but you see
Sassuolo or something.
Italiano. Even if they're talking now about the coach, Empoli coach Dionisi, they went to Serie A. Everyone of the farts, you want to bring him. Give a chance to do.
Yeah, to prove it.
Like the Juventus mistake. They thought Pirlo was a champion and they gave it the first game.
Well, that's just dumb. We said that was stupid.
We didn't even talk about the derby, Rome versus Lazio, because it really didn't mean anything. But 2-0 Rome over Lazio. That's always, a fun game to watch. I don't know if you guys watched any of it. Lazio had chances, but Rome had some nice finishing.
This is why, as much as we like how Lazio plays and we like Inzaghi, it's like I think he's going to be stuck as one of these like second-tier coaches until he can put together like results in a row. Like you can't be this inconsistent. And like there's 2 things. There's 2 things I remember as Inzaghi coaches Lazio. They play beautiful and they're inconsistent as hell. They beat someone 4-0, they lose 2-0.
They have one of the worst benches in the league.
Lotito, or the Lazio owner, right? Now he has 2 teams in Serie A.
Yeah, he's got to sell.
Salernitana went in Serie A.
Yeah, so he's got to sell them.
Tom, go to the table too.
By the 26th.
Oh yeah, so he has to sell one, right?
By the 26th, he has to sell one.
Yeah, June 26th.
I think he's weird that
you guys want to pony up and buy Salernitana?
He can have two teams on the same champion. The same.
So my question is, what's the point of owning two teams if you know that you can never?
No.
What's the point?
No, what's the point? What's the point? You see, before they used to call each team. They used to have to call the Martino, the young people, right?
Yeah. So you feed your team.
It's like Juventus. Juventus has you play Serie A, right?
Yeah.
Under 23.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand either.
So I see it as them feeding players and putting people down on a team and changing back and forth and letting people grow. I see that. But once you get to the point where you're both in the top league, then you're just screwing yourself.
Well, now he has an investment that he can make money, right? He bought
it. Yeah, but how much are you going to get for them?
But the
thing is, whatever more. They're Serie A
too now, though, is people know that he has to sell. So it's kind of like a disadvantage. It's like, all right, well, I know he has to sell.
Can't he just sell it to a family member or something?
I don't know how that shit works.
Who knows how it works in Italy? That stuff's all weird over there. So if you go to the table, Dom, nothing's really changed all that much, right? I mean, that left side is completely the same. We thought maybe Juventus would sneak in there with a miracle Cagliari win. Like I said, Donnarumma saved them. On the right side, Crotone. Actually, Crotone should be moved up. They're in 19th. Parma. I do this at work, guys, so I did it real quick. Parma is in last place now, actually. Crotone is in 19th, so good for them. They moved up a spot.
Who's the last one? Parma.
Yeah, that's wrong right now. Crotone is in 19th. Parma's in last. I don't even think the thing. I changed that. It didn't save. So what's the deal with Torino at the bottom there? They have a chance of going down. What's the tie?
Benevento wins.
Is that official that way?
Torino has 2 games. Benevento.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So maybe they'll lose them both.
They could.
But still, if they lose both.
What's the tiebreaker? Goal difference?
I don't know.
Yeah,
because
head-to-head.
Benevento get to win. It's 5 like them.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty much set in stone.
Well, who has the head-to-head between them two?
I don't know.
Anyway, Torino needs 1 point for sure.
Yeah, I don't know the head-to-head. They're 2 crappy teams. I don't pay attention to them.
But they could easily lose to Lazio in the game they're missing. So,
I mean, they just destroyed 2 games in a row. So.
They're gonna play Lazio Torino. And Benevento, people in Sago, Simone in Sago to beat them.
Yeah. Tom, go to the schedule. See who they're playing.
You know what I mean?
So that game is tomorrow. The Torino Lazio is tomorrow. That's not on here. That's the makeup game. And then this is
tomorrow is Torino Lazio.
Yeah, I think that's tomorrow.
And then Torino plays Benevento in the last game.
Do they?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's probably the most interesting game of the week.
Benevento. Let's hope.
Yeah, I mean it's not the most interesting game, but it's,
no, but that's kind of cool. That
but if Lazio, what is it?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, if Lazio
beat
tomorrow.
Torino and Benevento, then at the last game score win a 2-3 goal. Maybe
what's the tiebreaker? Do we know? It's not goal.
I think it's head to head first.
It is head to head, but I don't know what they did the first game. So
me neither.
So anyway, going to the games that actually, I mean, I'm going to
try to look it up.
The games that we do care about. The Saturday games don't really mean anything, so those are all over there. The Sunday games are all at the same time. You guys said I didn't check the times, but that's how it usually is. The last week is that they all play at the same time. So you have the games that count, that matter really: Atalanta, Milan, Napoli, Verona, and Juventus.
Torino, Benevento.
Yeah, I know, but that could not matter as far tomorrow. That could change and not matter.
I'm going to say my brother's going to do him a favor and he's going to win.
They tied the first game 2-2.
Oh, good. So let's hope Lazio wins then.
Yeah, I mean, interesting.
Yeah.
So I think we picked those 4 games, right?
Yeah.
Which 4? I wasn't paying attention.
All right, so let's start. Where do you guys want to start?
Torino Benevento.
Torino Benevento.
Benevento 3-1.
2-1 Benevento.
1-0 Torino.
Yeah, that being said, 2-1 Torino.
I believe it's Benevento.
Me too.
Torino 1-0.
So we're split on that. Okay. Now, these games, remember, we also have midweek Atalanta versus Juventus. So take that into account with these games. All right. First, let's go to Napoli-Verona. What do you guys think?
Napoli-Verona, Napoli 2-0.
I think 3-0 Napoli. I don't see this being close. That being said, they're the one team like you could never trust them. They blow really stupid games all the time.
And Verona isn't terrible.
Yeah, but
I'm going to say
terrible.
2. I'm going to say shocker 2-2. No. I'm going to say 2-1 Napoli. 2-1 Napoli.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't.
No, don't count on this. Napoli is going to go.
3-1 Napoli.
So Napoli's in. We all agree. Napoli's in the final. Four.
Yeah.
All right.
So Napoli is going to get to 79 points, right?
All right. So we have Atalanta versus Milan. Atalanta has clinched the spot. Milan hasn't clinched the spot. They're in third. What do you guys see happening?
4-2 Atalanta.
Hey, Dominic, if Atalanta tie with Milan and Napoli win, right? They both get to 79 points, right?
Mm-hmm. No.
Who said Atalanta or not?
Napoli will go over, right?
What's
the standings are?
No.
Are you just questioning the positioning? I don't really know.
Who's going to be?
We can figure that out in a second when we do our prediction.
Yeah. All right. So, Chris, you said Atalanta 4-2.
Yeah.
You think with the spot wrapped up in the Italian Cup midweek, they're still going to go out and beat them?
Yep.
I say
I go
2-2.
for Atalanta.
I say 2-2.
I also say 2-2 draw.
Okay.
2-1 Atalanta.
So,
Okay.
what is it?
Hello?
If not,
Yeah, okay.
okay, so go ahead
Yeah,
and
but-
repeat that for anyone else. No one else could hear that. Go ahead, Chris. Repeat it.
I don't know. He said all of them tied. It doesn't matter. Atalanta's already in.
But if Milan win, they go.
Yeah. If Milan wins, they go. If Milan,
Okay.
All right. Here's the important game. Let's go Juventus Bologna. What do you people think?
We're going to win.
Okay, so what's the score?
2-0. for
Okay.
Juventus.
So I just said Atalanta's going to win. I'm saying 1-1 tie on this game.
Bologna.
So you're saying
Milan and Juventus will be tied at points.
so Milan loses and they still go in
Yes,
because Juventus only gets a tie?
because they have
It's
shown me
possible.
nothing this season. Yes.
I actually think it's a loss for Juventus. I'm saying 2-1 Bologna. I do. I really do.
Well, wouldn't that be the ultimate end, right? The fitting end to the season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Part of me says I really could see Juventus tying this game, but I'm gonna say to make it interesting, I'm gonna say Juventus wins 2-1.
So who did you pick for the Atalanta Milan game? You picked tie.
Picked a tie.
So then you're saying Juventus is making Final Four.
Yeah, I'm sticking to my Milan landing in fifth.
And
That was
so
a
is
few months
Patty.
ago.
So between the Napoli, if they tie the Atalanta, who's going to be first?
I think Atalanta.
Yeah, I think Atalanta.
I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think Atalanta.
What they did at the beginning? The one.
I don't know.
I can't remember the entire schedule. I have no idea. So Chris is saying Milan. He's saying Atalanta, Napoli, Milan, Juventus fifth. I'm also saying that, and you guys are saying Juventus fourth, Milan fifth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, somebody's gonna be right.
No, we could both be wrong. Atalanta could be. I mean, Napoli could be fifth.
I don't see that happening. But
if they lose, they could be fifth.
Yeah, we'll see about that. It'll be interesting. Like I said, at least what sucks is that they all at the same time. We can't watch. We're all going to be watching Juventus game. Obviously, like I want to see all the games, but
I have to reconnect my ESPN thing because I had to take it off, so I'll have to figure that out before.
But really quickly, did we talk about the Italian Cup? What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, Dom, throw that up. Throw that up real quick, Dom. I think we go slide for that.
Because I might say 5-2 here on Atalanta.
I like the last part of the card that I put there, the X factor, the part that matters to me. Coach, look at the coaches. 5-2 Atalanta.
That's what I just said. 5-2 Atalanta.
No, Buffon's in. They're not going to score 5. I'm going to say 3-2 Atalanta. It's going to be a good game. I think
2-1 for Juventus.
I'm going to say 3-1 Atalanta.
2-1 wins.
5-2, like I said.
So everyone's picking Atalanta except for Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think this.
I think Atalanta gets some silverware here.
They finally get their first trophy.
Yeah.
It's been.
I think they get some trophy here.
3 years of really good play, really consistent play. Let's finally get them something.
Yeah, I think
I'm exactly
what Dan said. I think it's been 3 years of them being such a great team with no trophy, and they're playing Juventus at the right time. And I think Juventus is going to be thinking more about the weekend. I think Atalanta wins 3-1.
I think they finally get rewarded, I think, with something, which will be awesome to see.
Yeah. I won't care. Listen, we're going to lose. I'd rather lose to them.
That's true. All right. You guys have anything else to say?
No, it should be fun.
It should be a fun Sunday.
Does McKinney start on Sunday?
No, because Pirlo's an idiot.
Okay, that was my last question for you guys.
He hasn't started him yet. I mean, why? What's going to change Sunday?
It might be an Arthur special.
Yeah, it might be like Arthur hasn't played in 2 months. Then he put him in. All right. Anyway, like, subscribe, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. Like the video. Share with your friends. We don't have any friends. All those we share with them, but. Still at 49. Dom really wants that 50th subscriber on YouTube, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
All right.
Thanks
See
for
you guys
watching.
later.
Good night.